Have you ever felt betrayed by the people you trusted, or wondered why bad things keep happening, even when you have done nothing wrong? The story of Joseph shows us that no matter what life throws at us, God is always working behind the scenes to turn our pain into purpose. Stay tuned as we dive into Joseph's inspiring journey of faith, forgiveness, and hope, and how it connects to our lives today. Now, Joseph was a young man, the 11th son of Jacob, and his father loved him more than his other brothers. To show his love, Jacob gave Joseph a special colorful coat, the coat of many colors. But this favoritism made Joseph's brothers very jealous and angry. One night, Joseph dreamed that he and his brothers were in the field tying bundles of grain. Suddenly, his bundle stood tall, and his brothers' bundles bowed down to his. When he told them about it, they were furious. "So you think you rule over us?" they asked angrily. In another dream, Joseph saw the sun, the moon, and 11 stars bowing down to him. These dreams symbolized his family, his parents, and brothers bowing before him. When he shared this, even his father Jacob was puzzled, but Jacob kept the dream in mind, wondering what it meant. One day, Joseph's father sent him to check on his brothers who were tending sheep. When they saw Joseph coming, their jealousy turned into a plot. They wanted to kill him, but his oldest brother, Reuben, convinced them to throw him into a dry well instead, hoping to rescue him later. As they ate lunch, a group of traders passed by. The brothers decided to sell Joseph to the traders for 20 pieces of silver. The traders took Joseph to Egypt to cover up their actions. The brothers smeared Joseph's colorful coat with goat's blood and told their father he had been killed by a wild animal. Jacob was heartbroken. Joseph was sold to Potiphar, an important officer in Egypt. Though he was a slave, Joseph worked hard and God's favor was with him. Potiphar trusted him so much that he put Joseph in charge of his entire household. But trouble came when Potiphar's wife falsely accused Joseph of trying to harm her after he refused her advances. Potiphar believed her and had Joseph thrown into prison. Even in prison, Joseph remained faithful and God was with him. He became a trusted helper to the prison warden. One day, two of Pharaoh's servants, the cupbearer and the baker, were thrown into prison. They both had strange dreams and Joseph offered to interpret them. The cupbearer dreamt of a vine with 3 branches. The branches blossomed and grapes grew. He squeezed the grapes into Pharaoh's cup. Joseph explained that in 3 days, the cupbearer would be restored to his position. The baker dreamt of 3 baskets of bread on his head, but birds came and ate from the top basket. Joseph revealed that in 3 days, the baker would be executed. Joseph's interpretations were correct. The cupbearer was released but forgot to mention Joseph to Pharaoh. 2 years later, Pharaoh had 2 strange dreams that no one could explain. In the first dream, Pharaoh saw 7 fat, healthy cows being eaten by 7 thin, ugly cows. In the second dream, he saw 7 full, ripe heads of grain swallowed by 7 thin, scorched heads of grain. The cupbearer finally remembered Joseph and told Pharaoh about him. Joseph was brought from prison to interpret the dreams. He explained that the dreams meant 7 years of plenty in Egypt would be followed by 7 years of famine. He advised Pharaoh to store food during the good years to prepare for the famine. Pharaoh was so impressed that he made Joseph second in command over all Egypt. Joseph was now in charge of saving the nation from famine. Joseph was given an Egyptian name, Zaphenath Paneah, and married an Egyptian woman, Asenath, showing his assimilation into Egyptian culture while still honoring God. During the famine, Joseph's brothers came to Egypt to buy food, not knowing they were dealing with Joseph. After testing their hearts, Joseph revealed his identity. They were terrified, thinking he would take revenge, but Joseph forgave them. Joseph told them, "You meant to harm me, but God turned it into good to save many lives." He brought his entire family to Egypt, where they lived in peace. What lessons can we learn from Joseph's story? Number 1. God has a plan. Even when life feels unfair or painful, God is working things out for your good. Trust His timing. Number 2, faithfulness in hard times. Joseph stayed faithful whether he was in a pit, a prison, or a palace. No matter where you are, give your best and trust God. Number 3, forgiveness brings freedom. Joseph chose forgiveness over revenge, healing his heart and his family. Let go of grudges for your own peace. Number 4, dreams take time. Joseph's dreams didn't come true overnight. Be patient and let God's plan unfold in His time. Joseph's story reminds us that no matter how dark things get, God can turn your pain into purpose. So what's your takeaway from Joseph's story? Share your thoughts in the comment section. How does Joseph's story relate to your life? Do you find it hard to forgive or trust God's timing? Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more inspiring stories, reflections, and lessons that can connect faith to everyday life. Let's grow together and keep the conversation alive. God bless you.